Suicide is so far from selfish. I'm responding to some comments where people have said, I mean, first of all, people are assuming it's suicide, and we don't know 100% at this time. But what we do know is that as soon as something happens that's so deep and tragic, such as that today, the incident today at Ashton-under-Lyne train station, where a life is taken away or given up, or whichever way you choose to look at it. When you work with suicide or study suicide, you find out that there is way more to suicide than being selfish. And you see the absolute courage it takes. And you understand the fear and the whole waves of emotions that push a person to take their own life. People who are suicidal have not got the capacity to think of other people. They have been thinking of other people and trying to live for other people and doing everything they can for other people for so long that their survival instinct is just about worn out. And they feel so stuck and hopeless and alone in their predicament, whatever that may be, that they have tried, they personally feel they have tried every single option and that nothing else is available, and for whatever reason they feel ashamed to talk about it. When people say that suicide's selfish and pick and diminish another person's feelings, it adds, let me tell you, it's adding to people not being able to speak about how they feel and access the help they need. It's shame that pushes people towards suicide. That feeling that nothing can be done and that they can't do anything right and they want some help but they're not getting it. And that's the message that society gives when it can't make time to see them, when people can't make time to listen, when people tell them they're being selfish, when people tell them to just get on with it. They're not realising where a person's at and how much shite it's absolutely taken to push that person to where they're at in that moment. As a Samaritan, stopping people, trying to prevent suicides as they happen on the railways myself, as part of a pilot scheme, the people that I met trackside who were going to take their lives that day, they were never, ever, ever selfish. They were people who just desperately wanted help. And when I was able to sit with them, things changed. And I sat with many a person by the trackside and we talked and I listened. Sometimes we held hands and sometimes we hugged and sometimes we laughed together and we cried together. But we connected. And when that person left, they left with a new purpose, a new direction and a new hope. That, my friends, is possible. That is what we need in society today. We need people to be there for people. And if you haven't got the bandwidth to do it, there is nothing wrong with that. You can certainly say, look, I have no idea how to help, but I love you very much and Would you like me to help you find the resources? Can we find some way of connecting with someone else? I understand that the waiting times are ridiculous. I know from sitting there with someone after they've tried to take their own life how long it can take even for an ambulance to come. If they try to take their own life and change their mind, if they, like, there's so many things that we need to think about here. But what's really important is you reach out and you get some form of support and help, and recognise there is nothing selfish about suicide. And through talking, through educating one another and holding each other up, we help each other rise. This is why mental health today is at an all-time low. Since we stopped being able to connect with each other, it's gone down and down and down, and we've not been able to bring it back up again. Please, just reach out. If you've not heard from anyone for a while, just say, hey, just checking in. If you've got chance, just drop them a message, just to let you know I'm thinking about you. Really busy at the moment, but you're in my thoughts. Anything like that. Don't push people into anything, especially not meeting and doing things or trying to be social. People need their own space, but at the same time they deserve to be acknowledged. Everyone is worthy of love and acknowledgement. Everyone. So please, let's raise awareness of suicide and mental health in society today and overcome this problem together.